Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, happy October. It's really starting to get quite nice and autumnal here now. I guess it's been an interesting weekend. I don't know how everyone else has found. I've found really that energy that we started to lean into last week, starting to take me into a really lovely space of recline. And I just had really cool to just get to bed so early on Friday and Saturday night and just sleep. And it felt like I was catching up. Not that you ever really do catch up on sleep, but it felt like my body was healing quite deeply from a very long process. And I have a feeling I'm going to be leaning into that for a little while now. And that was just so lovely to give myself that gift of time to go and curl up and just be completely in my own little nest. So yeah, maybe you've been feeling similarly. There's obviously the fight again with, and of course I'm calling it a fight. That's not the most positive way to look at it, but that kind of the reality of our sort of 3D existence. We've got to get them to do stuff and go and do things. And of course, I think I posted something on Saturday about, make sure that you're only doing things that feel that they're a yes for you internally, rather than necessarily going along because you feel you ought or whatever. Because I mean, again, they are quite sacral chakra, which we've been doing a lot of. That's come up so much on what we've been doing, the sacral chakra card, and solar plexus, and of course our heart chakra, self-nurturing. So that's kind of where I feel a lot of the emotional clearing has been going on. And there, particularly the solar plexus is very complex chakra. And I mean, they are and they're not. I mean, you can sit in it, but in other words, it can be really hard to see what's in plain sight. So that's one of the ways we give our energy away, is by showing up in spaces where, we're not necessarily doing it because we're deeply called. And sometimes it's absolutely okay to show up for other people, but we've got to make sure first that we set our intention clearly for that, so that we know we're there and how much we're ready to offer and give, as opposed to just being in that kind of, oh, I've got to get here now, oh, hi, and giving more of yourself to something, as opposed to making sure you've grounded and that internally that feels like, yes, this is, my body is well up for this and coping, etc. So, I mean, that is just one simple version of how that might look. You could have many ways that could manifest for you. So we're just continuing in on this theme of, sitting with the emotions, but in a simple way today. I'm just going to take us in with some Reiki, with a light of Reiki, and just allow us to sit and permeate in whatever's going on. I've got us a nice big piece of red jasper here. It's a lovely big rock to really ground and go steady. And then we've got some beautiful plants on the altar, some of which is lavender, and that again is such a spiritual connector, bringing in that peace and restfulness. And then we've got these two beauties here. And again, we've got lovely pink colors coming in for the heart chakra, and green as well. So that feels really nice for the self-nurture. So, I mean, wherever you are today, obviously we're all at the beginning of our week in some form or another. So hopefully this is going to, the timing will tune in for you. And if it does, it will certainly bring you a beautiful way to reconnect with your inner self and whatever is right for you, in line with your highest and greatest good. So I invite you to just start to take a moment to go inwards now, and just take a couple of deep breaths. That's our body's cue to allow ourselves to put everything down for a moment, tuning in to that breath of life, our life force energy. Feeling the very natural, more organic way that it flows into our body without any conscious effort from us at all. Just recognizing the power that breath holds for our sustainability in life. the flow that we experience, deepening our breaths, takes us closer to our center, into that still and peaceful inner world. So allowing your lungs to fill right up, supporting the breath now with your own intention. To widen the chest and allow the lungs to go bigger. Using the full capacity that you have available. And taking that breath deeper now, right down into the pelvic area, just below the lungs, the diaphragm, and onward, allowing it to fill up your belly, relaxing that tummy, and then gently helping to exhale by gently tightening your tummy muscles to push the air out. Asking the breath to last a little longer down there. Count for 4 seconds. And breathe out. 4 seconds. And on the out breath, fish the breath out. And then hold that space again before you breathe in. And repeat. Letting that hold as the breath goes out. Really expel any air that's wanting to leave you. Getting right down. Still breathing out right now. Give it as long as you can. Before gently allowing your breath to start again. Filling up as much as it needs. And just following it back down into that sacral area. And as the breath goes down there, let's just have some awareness of the energy we're releasing. Letting go of shoulds, letting go of woulds and ifs and maybes. If you breathe out, you can make whatever noise you like. Just recognizing that that breath leaving you is letting go. Allowing the breath to return to its normal flow. Calling in the light of Reiki now. Where you're sitting. Feel the contact with the ground through your chair or the bed or the sofa, a workspace. Picture your feet in connection with that divine light of Mother Earth. And invite the light of Reiki to flow in to the top of your head, your crown chakra, joining in your own unique channel of love to raise its frequency to the highest level it's currently able, allowing it to flow. And as the light of Reiki gently enters your body, you feel it flowing around through your head. Feel it bringing that kiss of life. It spirals its way down, slowly throughout your whole body. And as it reaches your heart space, feel its warmth gently penetrating as it reminds you that you are love, the Reiki light, the holy fire energy. Gently surrounds your heart and awakens you to your inner remembrance that you are a divine being of love. And you feel that love begin to emanate all around you and before you, each side of you, behind you, above you, and below you. And you feel this gift of beautiful love reminding you of who you are at your core. Gently give yourself permission to surrender to its guidance. And observe where in your body it takes you now, or what experience it provides. Gently bringing yourself back to your current space, seated. And keep your eyes gently closed off while you just put your hands in Gasho. That feeling, that powerful feeling, connecting your thumbs to your heart space chakra. Slowly lift your hands up to your soul star chakra, helping anything to lift off and go up through your channel for transmutation. Breathing in and out with your hands up there. Do that once again if you like, or even 3 times, just letting go up to those highest heavens, allowing the holy fire to transmute anything that's left there. Turning the hands outward and circling around you, bringing your own pure divine light and the light of Reiki completely around you, and sending that energy down to ground. Again, you can do this 3 times. And just grounding yourself in the light of Reiki and in your own divine energy. Bring yourself back to the room when you feel ready. Now, that was a very interesting healing. I think we'll be very grateful for this one. That was very heavy, both physically and metaphysically there. So that was a helpful choice. And also, there was definitely some coughing for me, which is quite released. If that disturbed you in your meditation, it's always interesting because what I find an awful lot with Reiki work and practice now is that environmental noises will knock things off you. So I've learned to kind of appreciate those. So if it did kind of jolt you out of something, I found that's been so fascinating now that I've come to understand that if there's something that needs to go, there will be a bang or a loud snap, and it just shifts the energy so quickly. So that's my truth on that one. And then the other thing I've got to do ever prepared is, so during that meditation, just briefly, had Freya, goddess, come through from the Divine Feminine pack, and her message is only say yes when it is a holy fire yes. She actually says something slightly different, but it is say yes only if it really resonates to the very heart of your soul, in your heart and soul. So that's the message, and that's so much what we started out saying. So that was nice. And who have we got today then? From the Divine Feminine cards, we've got 2 interesting ones. We've got Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundance. Wealth is an inside job. So when we say yes to ourselves, we start to say yes to abundance. So that's Freya's calling today. So that's one you could watch out for, and we can all watch out for. And then we've got Green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. That's fascinating. I haven't had a lot of Tara, so it's nice to see her. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. So great. Let's really lean into those energies this week. Just go where you're called to be and be in tune with what your heart's calling you to do. Make sure you're doing things from the space that feels right for you and not a space that's right for other people. And that may seem harsh because, we're meant to put others first and stuff. We've taught that about manners. But the truth is on that score that, yes, that's perfectly right. But you can only do that once your house is in order, because there's also that little message, isn't there, that get your own house in order and charity starts at home. And what that means is that you have to make sure you're doing yourself really well first before helping others. Otherwise, we're just dimming our own lights because we're running ourselves down. And that is a huge way that I've seen in a lot of Reiki healings, both of myself and other people lately, is that, we leak energy in surprising ways through our solar plexus by giving away things in ways that they're not needed or not helpful to us or the other person. So often we heal others more when we actually hold our own boundaries really firm. So, and it may sometimes look uncomfortable, because if we do that, sometimes others who maybe haven't got good boundaries will be triggered by that. So that's an important one, to not necessarily own someone else's trigger. But this is a very deep and lengthy subject, and we're literally just skimming the very, very shallowest parts of it with that quip. So it will look different to each of us too. Just some generic truths that resonate for all. That was a deep heart chakra today. For me, it was very deep. It was highest heart and self-nurture. It'd be fascinating to hear if you have similar, or whether there's different places where it registered for you. So I shall allow you to continue with your day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Or again, if anyone's joining at 1, where it's actually in person, again, you can come then. Okay, thank you, everybody. Namaste.